he's got a good break. I played him in the flyer last night, and as I say, I might have had a few, and I was trying to. I think I was playing bank pool while he was playing 9-ball. If that helps the seriousness level I was doing, but he was taking it very seriously. But one of his breaks he potted forward, and I was like, well, there was no need for that. He had no regard for the 3-point rule.
Let's see if you've cursed him.
Probably.
Let's check his breakout.
Right, it's Friday the 10th of June, 8:03 AM. I need to get my arse on the road and go up to pick up David, and we're going to Telford. Our match is on in 4 hours and 10 minutes, so I better get a move on. Another 4 hours sleep, so we're off to a flying start. I didn't get in until midnight because I was doing a bit of a live stream, get some practice in, and then I had loads of stuff to sort out. And I've never seen her have any spare time. That's the trouble. But anyway, right, I won't get any because obviously I need my sat nav to drive, and I don't want to annoy David. I probably won't get a lot of footage, so I'll catch you when we get there any minute now.
Right now,
the next match on table 1 is
Right, we literally got here 10 minutes or so before David's match was scheduled to start, and I sat and watched it, so couldn't check in until just now. It's like 3 something. And then I was straight on, sweating my behind off. So I didn't really get any footage of that. I haven't got footage of anything yet, but yeah, somehow I managed to be on the right side of a deciding frame this time. So I've won 9-8. I got 8-6 up or something, but just couldn't seem to get over the line. I had a bit of just one of those things where just sometimes if you lose concentration and miss a shot, you have this little patch where you just don't. Nothing's easy, and it's really hard to try and pull it together. But thankfully, the other guy, I was a bit fortunate. I had a lot of luck in that game anyway, but the other guy I played one. What happened? I played the only shot I had in the final frame at the until the end visit was I had to kick, and I got off the top cushion and kicked the one down table and potted it, and the white went in the side pocket and it left it a really straightforward clearance, but he just played a really careless opening shot, and it was playing rescue shots for the next couple of shots, and then broke down on like the 5 or something. So I'd pulled off a tricky 5-ball clearance because I was never really in position, but so I potted some good balls. But yeah, really happy to win. I need to get some food in me though, because I'm starting to be a bit shaky, and I had some weird thing with their Coca-Cola. It was a bit weird that they have here. It's like not fizzy in the glass, but as soon as you swallow it and then lean over for the table, it was almost every shot I was like, whoa, burping. It's horrendous, embarrassing. But anyway, add that to Simon's collection of pathetic reasons why I can't play pool. Right, I need to get the old UK Open gear off so I don't sweat in it too much because it's really muggy. And try and eat some food. I'm going to go to KFC with David. I think he's up for that. So in room 335 on the 3rd floor. Room seems all right, as per usual. It's a nice place. What sort of view have we got? Ooh. Lovely view of car park and KFC's. Cool, yeah, apparently I'm on at 6, but I haven't checked myself. So I'm gonna use the loo, get on the way downstairs, and then I'll have a bit of a break before I get on. This one? Quick dinner break. It's like, what, 8:45. I've won my first 2 games. I haven't really been able to get any footage. I'm playing Gareth Hibbert next, which should be good because he's obviously an ex-English pool world champion. So I'm playing okay, so hopefully I'll give him a decent game. Let's see how it goes.
Next match on table 13 is
I'm up on that table after this game finishes against Gareth Hibbert. flies going on. I made it into the semis again. Nice shot. It's quieting down a bit now. A lot of people have gone. I'm on my second pint of beer, so I'm almost wasted. Well, that's video. Right, it's 3:32 Saturday morning. Oh, I'm absolutely wrecked. I just played in the flyer. I got to the final again against somehow, but I played Benji Buckley, but I just even in the semi-final, I was gone, and then in the final, the first game, I had a 2-ball that was literally straight in, a foot from the pocket, and I missed it. I think and then I was like, yeah, that's it. I had a straight in 9, I couldn't pot it. I was just absolutely wrecked. I could barely walk back up to the room. I had like 2 pints of beer, and just being such a long exhausting day. I'm just absolutely, God, I'm gonna be sleeping within minutes. I've got to go and brush my teeth and I'm done. I'll say a bit more about the matches tomorrow, but I've got a 9-7 out of Gareth Hibbert. I played probably about 80-90% of my best. Played about as good as I've got, really. Made a few mistakes, but not many, but he just played phenomenal. Can't really argue. I think he missed like 2 balls in the entire game. His break was amazing. His cue ball control was so precise. His potting was awesome. He just never even looked like missing the ball. It was phenomenal to watch. So I think 9-7 is I'm pretty happy with getting 7, to be honest. I played bloody well to get those 7 frames. I did some really good clearances. I did mess up a couple of times, but a couple of times I messed up and got away with it. So yeah, anyway, I made 50 quid back, so not walking away empty-handed. I'm on it in the losers side of the Open tomorrow at 10:15, so I'm going to set my alarm for like 8:30, maybe 9, maybe I'll get away with 9, so there'll be enough time to get breakfast. That should be enough, an hour and a quarter to have a breakfast and a shower. Oh, right, I'm going to go brush my teeth, change my top and into bed stuff and go to sleep. Absolutely long ass day. 21-hour day. Good day though. Bedtime. Right, Saturday the 11th of June, 10:12 AM. I'm on at 10:15. Well, I'm not because I haven't been scheduled at a table. But I don't feel too bad today, but I'm straight back onto the losers round 3 or 4, something like that. Didn't get up in time to have breakfast, don't really care. I just want to go and play my game and then go and have some lunch or something. That'll do me. But, here we go. Oh yeah, and a good shout out to the Mercure Hotel for giving me USB ports that don't actually output any voltage and didn't charge my phone overnight. So that's bloody brilliant. Well done. Oh, I couldn't play. I just couldn't play. Too much of a wreck. My arm was like, body feels like jelly, and anything that was a dinky shot, I couldn't deliver the cue, or just wobbling all over the place. I lost like 9-4, played horrendous, but that's what it is. Gonna go to Costa for a bit with my pals, and then go back to bed for an hour, I think, and try and recover in time for the challenge tour. Catch you in a bit. Oh, I've got a few minutes to go before challenge 2 starts. I'm gonna go and watch my friend. Just been to Costa and had a fajita wrap, but still not feeling very well. But so if I wake up a little bit, yeah, a bit of a recap. Yeah, this morning was a bit of a disaster, really. I just seemed to be like almost peeing it down. Where did that come from? Yeah, I just didn't feel well. Like my body's all like trembling, and I just don't have any strength in my arms. So I feel like I wasn't really like getting through the ball. Couldn't like hit through the ball. struggled with concentration. I managed to like snap out of it a couple of times and then do like some good clearances, and then I kind of come back again, went back to rubbish. Like, had a really naff finish as well. I swerved the ball and potted the whites. This wasn't very good. But last night I played well. I was really happy with my performance against Gareth Potts. Oh, for God's sake, against Gareth Hibbert. Gareth Potts, see, not working. You know, I did well to compete in that game, and he had to play well to beat me. I mean, I'm not saying he played at his best, because he told me he played well. To be fair, he did play really well, but he's got. I played almost as well as I could play. I got a bit more in the tank, but not much. So maybe I was at 80 to 90% of my game, and he was probably only at 60% of his. And he beat me 9-7. He was flawless. His cue ball control was superb. He never looked like it was ever going to miss a pot. I think he missed 2 balls in the entire match, and they weren't easy ones. It's just it's great to watch. Really, he was. I'll give him credit. He was a better 9-ball player than I thought he was going to be. He didn't do any of the anything that 9-ball specific. Like, he didn't jump a ball or anything like that. But his break was awesome. Really good, really powerful break. Really well controlled. He was getting through the white. Got a lot of cue power as well. So he was manoeuvring the white up and down the table really well. It was just amazing to watch. Fair play to him. What a brilliant performance he put in. Like I said, I played well. I played pretty well. I'd have beaten a lot of people with playing like that. And he still took me apart. Well, no, maybe 9-7 isn't taking me apart, but he still got over the line without a huge amount of problems. So yeah, it was an interesting experience. Like, you could tell, even though I won 7 games, I had to work harder to get my 7 racks than he did to get his. He just was so controlled, and mine was, you know, I had to play a lot of tough shots, and which I got mostly, but he didn't even have to play him because his cue ball was so precise. Maybe he'd play one tough opening shot, but he'd get, you know, rather than playing one tough shot and then another tough shot and then another one before he get in line, he's in line immediately first shot. It's just great to watch. Yeah, the other 2 games yesterday. First game was a funny one, really. I think both of us didn't play very well. We had one game and it lasted like 15 minutes. I had like 10 or 15 shots on the 6-ball when we were 6-all. It was just a bit, I don't know, I kept going on and off the boil. Like, I'd snap in, start playing well, and then like out, and then I'd miss everything. It's like, this is my big problem. My big problem is like, I know everyone says, oh yeah, it's consistency, but it's like consistency even in a day. It's like a real problem for me. In a match, I'll go through a match where I'll play really well, and then I'll have I'll be like this, start there, I might start there or there, but my form is like that in the middle of a game. That's terrible. It's all concentration, mostly. Yeah, and then my second, so yeah, that was a bit of a funny one. Second game, I played pretty well. I played very well at the start, did 2 really good clearances, and then again, I just like started dipping my concentration. I felt like I was getting distracted a lot. I wasn't really into the game that much, and then I kind of just got back into it and won and then took the game. So it was that other guy was okay, but I just played a lot better than him. Yeah, so I think Kev's on in tier 2. My friend Kev's on in tier 2, potentially any minute. I don't know what the draw's like yet, because they have to leave the draw till like, it's quite complicated actually. So we were just talking to is it Viv, who does the draw, and she can't do the draw until she knows who's going to be in the last 16 of the event, because the last 8 players who are the quarterfinalists for the main open don't go into the challenge event. So she needs to know who the last 16 are going to be, so she can draw the rest of the players and split them out into challenge 1 and 2. So it means that she almost has to, like, you're waiting until almost immediately before you play just to know what time you're on. So that's a bit interesting. Yeah, so apparently I'm in tier 1 again, which I suppose is not really a surprise. And then also last night, yeah, like I said, I won the no, I came runner up in the flyer again. I played pretty well all the way up until about the semi-final, and then the wheels fell off. I had a couple of pints of beer as well, which definitely didn't help. But I managed to keep my level up, and then my energy just dropped off. But fortunately, in the semi-final, I got a bit of run of the ball, but I think David Hine, the guy I was playing, I think something similar happened to him, so he was struggling as well when he was playing. He would have been playing better much earlier in the evening, so I got away with that. But then I played Benji Buckley, and he just looked flawless as well. So the guy must not need to sleep. I don't know how he does it, because he played awesome. I had 2 chances to win a game. I had an 8 ball. It was like this. I think the first or second shot I had like a 2 ball. It was like straight in that far away from the pocket, and I missed it. I was like, what? I was like, white was here, 2 ball was here, pocket's there. I missed it. What? And then I messed up an 8 ball to clear the gap. This is kind of a bit like, I was better this morning, but I was still bad. So yeah, managing my energy levels is becoming a real problem there. Well, not a problem, but it's something I need to sort out. Energy, concentration. Q action is holding up well though, so I've been playing well, moving the white ball around well. So if I can manage my concentration and my energy levels, I can do well at these events. Because I can, alright, it's probably asking a lot for me to get to the level where I'm beating Gareth Hibbert regularly. I might beat him maybe 1 in 5. Maybe that's an achievable level. You know, I'm not going to get to be a world champion, but I should be able to get to the point where if I put a performance in and they don't, I can take a match off of them. Whereas at the moment, I'm putting in a performance, but I've just still thrown in a couple of little mistakes that I didn't need to. There was a couple of games where I messed up. I think I messed up from ball in hand, not really straightforward, but a fairly straightforward clearance. So if I could tighten those things up, you know, that would have been 9-8. You know, I could have been getting to a hill. That would have been pretty good. Yeah, so there's stuff to work on, but I think I've got more potential at this 9-ball than I do maybe at the English pool, because I just don't. I did all right in the English, the first event, and I got to the last 16. But I don't know. I mean, I went to bed last night thinking, God, I love this. I love this GB9. I love playing 9-ball. And I went to bed after getting to the last 16 thinking, I was like really happy with myself in the IPA. Like, yeah, well done, you played well. But I don't get like the buzz from the event so much. So this is definitely more right up my alley. I need to get into more 9-ball events. So next year's going to be all. I think I might try some of the Euro tours next year. It's definitely going to do the GB9 again. Try and do a couple of matchroom events if I can get on them. It's always a big ask, and then try and do a couple of Euro tours. I think 9-ball's where I want to be at. Right, I'm going to try and enliven myself and go and watch Kev's match. Catch you in a bit. Well, I've just had an hour's nap. Oh, watch Kev's game. I'm going to go and watch a bit of my friend Dave's game. Need to wake up a bit. I need to play a decent game now. This is my first match in the loser's side of the challenge. If I can't put in a good performance now, I'm done for the weekend. It's been a bit of a shit day today, so I had a bit more of a break. Still feel a bit half asleep. I'm going to go and try and pump myself with some coke, bring myself back to life. Really want to just play a decent game today. I've just played rubbish. So frustrating because I played pretty well. Aside from the dodgy first game, I played really well yesterday. So the gulf between my good days and my good play and my bad play is way too high, and it's way, you know, the fact that it can happen in the middle of a match is just crazy. But yeah, gonna go and get downstairs. I'm on at 8:45. I think it's like 20 past now, so catch you in a bit.
Lewis just connected 2 more devices. His bedroom, it does look a little bit like NASA. Right. He's got a good break. I played him in the flyer last night, and as I say, I might have had a few, and I was trying to. I think I was playing bank pool while he was playing 9-ball. If that helps the seriousness level I was doing, but he was taking it very seriously. But one of his breaks he potted 4, and I was like, well, there was no need for that. He had no regard for the 3-point rule.
Let's see if you've cursed him.
Probably.
Let's check his breakout.
That was a tough kick on the 9, and then I think it sat on the rack. And I'm really colourblind, so the 2 and the 4 look pretty much identical to me.
He's right next to the 4.
Yeah, I thought so. I was just seeing if you knew.
Oh, I can see the colours.
Also, Lewis has spelt your name with an I.
Wow.
Oh, hello.
No, I can't. Yeah, you're right, actually.
I hope Simon wins because it will make good content for his blog on YouTube. He's got a blog on YouTube.
Vloggers?
Well, if it's
Vloggers?
on YouTube, it would be vlogger, wouldn't it?
Vlog.
Blogs are what you used to do on MySpace and things, isn't it? Back in the 90s.
MySpace. Wow.
I had a MySpace page.
Remember Bebo?
No, I was never a chav.
Too old for that. Chav. Wow.
What's he? Push out, is it?
Yeah, it must be. Sorry, wife's name is Terry with an I. Doesn't mean everyone called Terry's going to be with an I, Lewis.
You are on the weekends.
Okay.
Your special dress. Right. I'm intrigued about his YouTube channel, Dara. What does he do on there then? Have you send a link? Let's have a look. Yeah, Adam won't be happy. 6-3 pin back to 6-all. But
This is another smelly looking rack.
Just thinking 4 to 5. Although, no, ignore me. The safety, potting the 4, then just laying a pretty much locked up safety off the 5. I think it's how this act's going to be won.
Oh.
Not anymore. Oh.
I'll tell you what.
There's your chance, Adam.
2 to 3.
2 to 3.
It
Can
is.
he? How straight is he? Well, the only only thing we can give you is that. So he looks
dead
bang straight, doesn't he?
It's all cue ball control now.
Screw into the 9, pot the 9, end it. Just come on, man up, Adam. Deep screw, 9 ball, pot it. Won't happen, will it? No. Oh yeah, he sent a link.
Ooh.
Simon, he plays English pool. Sorry, you're.
I'll get into that.
No, I won't get into that. There's multidiscipline pool audience. Oh, let's go back to there we are. Oh, he's played that absolutely
What a
beautifully. I'll tell you what, he's not just the captain, the chairman. He's got a queuing arm. Okay, he's only got 319 subscribers. Simon Ayers. He's not quite an
Give him
influence. He's not.
credit. There's some talented 8-ball players about.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah, he played that beautifully, didn't he?
That was the shot of the.
Some would say that was the money shot.
That was the money shot. Yeah. That's what I was looking for. The money shot.
As you always do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, I'll have a look at his wife's name is Terry. Oh, he's lovely on that.
Be straight. Don't be straight.
He's lovely on that. Having to wear my sunglasses for the last rack. Terry and Ryan look at each other in confusion. Oh, he's going to be straight on this.
Playing poker?
He is dead straight on this. He's going to have to take his licks, screw back a little, maybe dig in, and just screw back 3 or 4 inches, 2-3 inches even for the roll the 7 in. Or even stun it and just...
Take your medicine, don't do anything fancy.
No, but these pockets are more receptive to a bit of fun and games, aren't they?
I love the middles on a Rassen.
No one else does.
Oh, I love them.
Oh, is he just dropping it in?
Cushion first.
Okay, it wasn't straight at all.
Really
It wasn't straight
We're
at all.
blind.
It wasn't straight, people. It wasn't. Why do you have to wear sunglasses, Tony? We need that explaining. Just drop this in. Get low on the 8.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Nope, that's fine.
Could have made it easier.
That's fine.
It is fine.
On and off
Knowing
the-
Adam, I think...
on and off the rail.
Yeah, I think he'll screw... I actually think he might... No,
That's
he's good. He's
follow.
good. Yeah,
Has to
good.
be.
He likes to put a power stroke through Adam, doesn't he?
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good. One large bullet dodged with a nice takeout. The first shot, he deserved that. He deserved that from the
Fair play.
first shot in
Yeah.
that clearance. So, well done, Adam. There's not really a lot more to say now. I just really want to know why Tony.
There we go.
There we go. Left wire the.
Come on, Sean.
Quick chat with Adam. Let's have a quick chat with Audience. He was upset. I seen him earlier. He was a little bit upset about not getting picked out in the What's your thoughts about Sean Murray's
Get them top time. Push on.
Take it, are you joking? What's that? Take it, are you joking? I don't know, do you lose the money if you take the next shot?
If you don't, if you miss, you miss losing it. You don't.
Do you?
You fancy yourself making that 2 ball with a jump cue?
Yeah. Hey, put the money and run, did he? Oh, well, played in the, won 2 matches today. Played Adam Stevens on the stream for the GB9. Really, as per usual for me, I really struggled with the Rasson tables. Totally different to the ones. I kind of got used to these tables, the Sams, but the Rasson one plays totally different again, but also different to the matchroom tables. It's just like another different type of table, and I made an absolute mess of it. So I'll put a link to that video in the description. You can watch the whole match. But I think I made a bit of a fight of it. Got to heel, did a half decent clearance, but couldn't quite get over the line. I could have won it. I mean, I had 2 games where I was basically on an absolute piece of cake clearance. One of them I missed a 9-ball. It was like a foot away from the pocket because I played it with a bit of side, and it just threw straight into the middle of the 9, and I hit it like way thick. And then the other one, I was on an 8, really simple 8-ball, and I applied the white. I still don't understand how I did that. So it is what it is. Then we played. There was a flyer on as well. I got to the semi-final of that. Won my 10 quid back. Is what it is. So I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm not gonna set my alarm. I'm gonna wake up when I wake up. Maybe it'll be in time to get some breakfast. That'd be nice because I paid for it. But yeah, I'll give you more of a summary tomorrow. Catch you in a bit. I don't know what it is. Hang on. Sunday, 12th of June, 11:04. I've had like 5 hours sleep. Couldn't sleep for a while. I was like flipping wired last night, annoyingly. Just about to check out the room, think my friend Kev's playing very shortly, so gonna go and watch the rest, see how he gets on. I'm out of the event, obviously. Yeah, I played 3 games on the trot last night, and I had a really weird first game. I went like 6-3 up on the guy. No, it was 6-2. I went 6-2 up on the guy, and I had this, and then I had like a nightmare 2 minutes where I played a shot, left him a 2-9 combination with a 9 over the pocket. 6-3. Next game. Oh, that was it. Yeah, I broke. Potted the 1, 2 and the 3, and the 4 and 9 are sat together on the rack pointing at the pocket. 6-4. Then he broke. No, he potted a ball, and then he potted like the 1 and the 2, and then there was a 3-9 combination sat right over the pointing at the pocket. So within 2 minutes, I'd gone from 6-2 to 6-5. And then I only had like a really tough shot, and it left him a really easy run out. So before I knew it, like in the space of like 7 minutes, I went from being 6-2 up and looking great to being heel. Then we had a really dodgy final game. We both missed a couple of sitters, and I finally took it out. So that was a bit of a bloody worry. Almost lost that in an instant. Never seen anything like it, but that's bloody 9-ball, crazy game. And then the next game, I just always have weird games. Next game I played a guy, what was his name? Damien Massey. He looked like a really good player. So he starts out, he won the lag. He broke and cleared the table very nicely. My go, as has been the story of this whole weekend, every time I break, I've never ever, actually it was the same last time virtually, every time I break I've literally never got a shot on the 1. So I broke, did a good break, but just the balls just landed funny. Tried playing a push out by rolling into a ball to stop it, to leave him like half of the 1 ball. But just because I just rolled it just rolled off a little bit, and instead of hitting the edge of the ball that I was going for, or the side of the ball I was going for, it fell in the face and left him enough of the 1 that he could make it, which is a bit frustrating. So I made that shot, cleared up, 2-0. Another good clearance. Third game, I think he broke, maybe either he broke dry or he missed the 1. I can't remember exactly what happened, but anyway, the 2 was in a really funny spot on the other side, like the other opposite diagonal corner of the table, and it was kind of masked by a few balls, so I had to like pump the 1 in and try and come 2 rails to get into this little gap. So I played that really well, pumped the 1 in, because it was a fairly long shot, stunned off the side cushion, off the other side cushion, and then it just like rolled onto the 9, and the 9 just rolled around a little divot and went round the 1 and snookered me on the 2 by like literally a millimetre. But so I had to try and play like a little masse thing. I managed to, did I leave the 2? I don't know, no, I had to try and masse, because I only had a tiny little window to go through. I think I hit the 2, but it hit into the 8 and didn't get to the rail, so it was ball in hand. And then he was just about to clear up, but he just played a bit of a clumsy positional shot on the 8 and somehow went in off from nowhere, so like 2-1. I don't know if he won the next game or something like that. Anyway, I remember the kind of turning point for that game, he got a little foothold in by him potting the white, but there was one game where the 2 and the 3, the 3 and the 5 were tied up on the side cushion, but the 2 was right next to it, and he broke. He tried going for the 1, but he left it in the jaws of the pocket. But what he did do is he left me right on the side rail on the opposite side of the table, and there were balls all in the way, and there was no way of being able to go across the table and make the 1. So I thought about it for a minute, and I thought, right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pot the 2 that was next to the tied up 3 and 5, and force him to, just try and get back to the table, basically, because the 2 was right there to try and develop those balls. So I potted the 2, gave him ball in hand, and he managed to anyway, it kind of like developed into a bit of a tit for tat sort of safety thing, because neither of us wanted to pot the 1. And then eventually, I got the first chance to clear up, so I did, so that was good. So it was like 3-2. And then then it kind of like that game, it kind of flipped the script a little bit, and I got a little bit of running the ball after that point. I started like every time, well, not every time, but quite a few times that I missed, which wasn't that much. I played all right. I would just get away with it, and then he was leaving balls on, so I managed to flip that game round. So instead of being like from being 3-1 down, maybe even 4-1 down, I won it 7-4. And I still don't really understand what happened there. It's a weird game. I mean, I played all right. I played pretty well, actually. I was queuing all right. I know I was queuing well. But I never looked like I was going to be the guy who was going to win. He always looked... I suppose looks are looks, aren't they? But he just looked so much better than me. The way he was playing. But, I mean, he didn't do a lot wrong. I just played well. And then onto the stream table, and the thing is, I went onto that Rasson, and those, because of these flipping sound tables, they just play a bit bizarre. They'll play all the tables up the venue. They play really consistent between themselves. Once you get used to them, they don't play quite like the table that we got at Rocket Ronnie's. The cushions are a bit, the cushions kind of like grip on the ball a lot. So like, if you tried to play a 2-rail shot like that, by the time it's the second rail, it's got so much like inverse side spin on it that it effectively goes that way, and then like straight up or back on itself or something. So it's really hard to play, like trying to play a 2-rail safety or something like that. And banks come very narrow. Unless I was finding the only banks I was making were ones I was like rolling in. And then I went to the Rasson table, and it was a little bit faster. It's got a slightly newer cloth on it. It just plays less heavy. It was much, actually, in reflection, after playing that match, and I also played a game on the flyer on it, it's a lot nicer. It's a really nice table, actually. It took me a while to get used to it. Again, it's got slightly different cushions. Again, I think it's something to do with sandy cloth. It's got like no slide to it. I don't know if it's got no slide to it. Actually, that's a bit misleading. It's quite grippy, but these cushions didn't grip as much as the other cushions. I think because the other cushions are really soft, the balls like sink into the cushion more. And then if you play stuff with side, because it's sunk into the cushion a lot, it tends to take off. And then on the Rasson table, I played a few shots with side, and it just wasn't biting enough. But it didn't look like it was sliding either. I think it was just that the cushion rubber is harder and it's just bouncing off the cushion faster. But like for banks and stuff, it was quite predictable, a bit like the diamonds. So yeah, I mean, I felt like I played all right in that game in the end. But I started my practice rack, and I played a couple of shots, and then I slid off. Yeah, that was another thing. It deflected a bit more on those tables when I played with side. And it kind of threw me into a bit of a wobble at the start. I played my practice rack, and I was like, what the hell? I couldn't work out what was going on. And it took me to second, third rack or something to even be able to like run out more than a couple of balls. And I think mostly because they were just like straightforward. I think anything I could hit firmly, I was playing all right. But every time I played a shot that was soft, that involved side spin, either it would throw off more than I'd anticipate, or another thing is if you're playing top and side slowly, it tends to just curve the ball inwards, and it was curving really quicker than I thought. I played a couple of safety shots with top and side spin, and I just don't know. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I mean. And then I threw a couple of games away, just again by the table. Like I felt really confident. I didn't feel like I was going to miss anything. I didn't like bottle anything really. I just got caught out. Like I had a 9-ball. It was like a foot away from the pocket, and I thought right, I'll play it with a bit of right. It was like a cutting off to the left, so I'll play it with a bit of like helping side, right hand side spin, and try to throw it into the pocket. And it like just pushed the cue ball straight into the 9. I hit like 3/4 ball, and it was like a half ball pot. So that was embarrassing. I don't even know how I did that. And then the next game, I think it was, I was going on a clearance, and I just potted the cue ball on the 8 out of nowhere. I don't even know how I managed to do that. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I got back into the game. I mean, to be fair, Adam played really well. He only missed a handful of shots. I could see he was under a little bit of pressure at the end, but he did a really good clearance at the end. So I'm glad I've kind of made a bit of a game of it after having such an embarrassing start. I wish I didn't have an embarrassing start. This is my thing all over, and I've got a couple of big problems here, right? I really struggle with new conditions. It takes me too long, and didn't happen in this match, but in a lot of these matches, I've just been going off the boil halfway through the game and just letting people back in. I'll just have a funny patch where I can't pot a ball, or I never get on anything, or I'm just like losing my concentration, something like that. So there's a few things to work on, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get out of this, so I'll see if we can get a few more shots around the venue, and then I'll see you later. Catch you in a bit. Is that who it is? Not
I'll be the other semi, yeah.
Is this the semi-final, this one?
Yeah, this
Oh, isn't it? 5-0.
Table 9 is Shane O'Rourke.
This is Kev's game.
Kevin Lee.
Table 9. You'll hate me for filming this, but it is what it is. If it's straight, it was 5. Six tables, nobody's playing a shot. That's all right. Sorry. Right.
The next match on table 6 is Simon Wood and Julian Roper. The next match on
Kev's out, so we're going home in a minute. Lovely shot. And I seem to have run out of footage, so I'll just say thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next event. Cheers.